Hello, I'm back, and what can I say? Not very much has changed. I'm still seeing things like cold calling is dead, cold calling doesn't work. I'm still seeing crazy messages online through LinkedIn and various social media. I'm still seeing people using WhatsApp to just throw stuff at other people. Anyway, I want to champion cold calling, because I think it's important. It's so important to sales that I really don't want good, potentially great salespeople to be put off their future success, which is there, because somebody or some people keep telling them that cold calling is dead and that it doesn't work. So I'm going to give you 3 really good, or what I would say solid reasons as to why you should really be cold calling. The first one is cold call because emails do not work as well. I mean, just look at your spam inbox and see how many sales emails you missed, right? Now, you might think, okay, well, I'm glad I've got spam because I didn't have to deal with all of those emails. Well, yeah, you didn't, and nor did all the people that you've been sending your emails to too. So in a way, you should be thanking spam for this. You now know you should gain a realization by looking at your spam inbox of how easily and how many emails that you are sending could easily be missed, just never read, never seen, and so therefore people do not know that you exist. So what can you do? Well, what you can do is, instead of assuming that they've got the email and they've ignored you, pick up the phone. It is the best way to find out whether or not that email landed into their inbox or whether it actually went into spam. That's where cold calling is more effective. Secondly, stop relying on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is not a sales tool, it is a marketing tool. Hence, you simply cannot use it as a standalone sales aid. It's not going to sell for you. This is a mistake too many salespeople keep making, and they just end up spending too much time, way too much time on just one tool instead of using it and creating a strategy where that tool supports that core strategy and helps them to sell. You know, you need to think about the sales funnel. LinkedIn is a very, very small part right at the very top end of that sales funnel. You can send as many LinkedIn messages as you like at the top end of that funnel, but you've got to also be really, really careful not to annoy potential prospects by using this approach way too much, and people do, and too often. If you are not getting a response from the first or the second time that you've sent direct messages to somebody that's connected with you, then learn from it, okay? Learn the fact that somehow that approach isn't working. You know, why do you just keep throwing the same thing at the same wall over and over again if it's not giving you any kind of response? It doesn't make sense, does it? So here's one that I got just recently, and it literally said, I think it was the third text message, LinkedIn message, direct message that I've had from this person. I had one, I ignored it. I had another, I ignored it. I've had the third one. The third one says, have I offended you? Yes, you have, because you don't think I'm worthy of a phone call. Pick up the phone, speak to me. Don't send me a silly generic message time and time again. Don't expect me to read everything about you in all these videos that you keep sending me, or links to you. Because, I don't know you. You don't know me. Stop it. LinkedIn is a tool for marketing. It is not the be all and end all for sales. And that is the reason number 2 why you should still be cold calling. So the third reason why you should be cold calling is simply because cold calling is not dead. Whoever said that has changed their mind. Anybody that I know that has said cold calling is dead has changed their mind within a matter of weeks, because they know that what they are doing is they're using those words simply to attract attention. Guys, it's clickbait. Don't pay any attention to it. It will start to affect you if you pay attention to it. Cold calling is not dead. Okay, cold calling will die when we stop having the ability to speak. All right, so you cannot pay attention to that kind of clickbait. They are only saying it to get your attention and to become popular on the platform because one or two people previously have done it. So stop listening to it. It simply isn't true. Listen, I know cold calling is hard. It's one of the hardest parts of selling, okay, for a lot of people. And that's what these clickbait people are preying on. Now, what cold calling does do, it does separate the hunters from the farmers. So the people who are really good at opening prospects, opening up opportunities, from the people who are better at account management. But you can do both, you know, and the way you can do both is by getting help from other people. It also separates the people who want to work hard for what they want, for their success, versus the people who want it handed to them. Especially if you've been used to being in a company where they do that. They give you leads, all right? That's fine. But when you move to another company, you may very well be asked to pick up the phone and make cold calls. So be prepared. It's not always a salesperson's fault. I know this, and I stand by that when I say there are lots and lots of potentially brilliant sales cold callers. They just don't know it, and they don't know it because there's too many inhibitions, or too many people are telling them they can't do it, or it's hard work, and all of these mental barriers keep coming into play, right? Forget the mental barriers. I've written about that in the book that I'm not going to try and plug again, but I'm just saying to you, training and support can help you, all right? It will help you to put all of that bullshit behind you, let it fall onto deaf ears, and just pick up the phone and start to cold call. You can make a huge success out of it still today. Remember, the phone is your friend. Okay, we're using them every single day, all of the time, but we're not using it. If you are not cold calling, you are not using it effectively. So try it. And if you want help, get help. So that is my third and final reason at this point as to why you should be cold calling. Okay, good luck. You can do it. Take care.